Everybody that's anybody in the music business performed live from Studio A.
It's Columbus radio at its finest.
They like it. That's where the support comes from.
I love WCBE, and I can't imagine Columbus without it.
Greg Mobius in the studio with us too, so we don't want to lose touch of what we need to do today and through this drive.
That's right. We need to hear from you at 614-365-5711 at WCBE.org or via the new WCBE app as we listen to Shayfer James play a tune from Studio A today. Hey, Shayfer.
Hey.
It's great to see you.
So we're going to ask some questions, and let's get warmed up with the song first, and we'll get to know you a little bit better.
You got it. I think this is a good one to do that with. Grandpa fought in Germany and Daddy was a spy. Mother made a home for me and taught me not to lie. My brothers and my sisters became Christians and had kids. And I've been out here doing all the things that God forbids. Yeah, I've been out here doing all the things that God forbids. Oh, I thought about the army when the towers tumbled down. I tried to be a husband, then I died in Chinatown. They say there's calm for everyone, I'm pretty sure there is. I'll find it while I'm doing all the things that God forbids. I'll find it while I'm doing all the things that God forbids. Oh, I have never heard a promise that I honestly believed. So I haven't found a lover that I couldn't learn to leave. But I'm trying not to worry, and I'm easy to forgive. So I'll be out here doing all the things that God forbids. Yeah, I'll be out here doing all the things God forbids. Oh, I'm late for every party, but I'm grateful for my friends, 'cause I know they'll spread my ashes on the ocean when it ends. So sing with me in reverie for how a heathen lives. And I'll be out here doing all the things that God forbids. I'll find it while I'm doing all the things that God forbids. We'll find it while we're doing all the things that God forbids.
It's Shayfer James joining us live from Studio A. Sounding great. And tonight's the show over at the basement. Doors are at 6 o'clock with Endless Mike and Beagle Club.
Yep.
That doesn't sound like it wouldn't be fun.
Oh, it's so fun. They're great.
Well, let's do our first giveaway. You don't have to make a donation, but we certainly hope you can chip in and do your part for WCBE at 614-365-5711 to win the tickets and hopefully make a donation, whether it's $10 or 90.5 or whatever the level it is that you can afford, and whether it's the new T-shirt. This was last year's. Mm-hmm. Oh, yes, a reminder that we are on YouTube live, and you can see Shayfer live in action, and our Facebook.
So just to clarify, that's the first caller at 614-365-5711. First caller in, whether or not you make a donation. Of course, we certainly hope that you do, but the first caller at that number will receive those tickets to Shayfer's show tonight.
Well, Melanie's there too, so
right.
Just keep calling. 614-365-5711.
And have your credit card handy.
Yeah. or use our, new fancy WCBE app. It's very easy to, how you do your apps on your phone, and it's just like right there. Here we are, yelling at you nicely. But Shayfer, we were kind of touching before we went on camera, about how you love NPR, and that's your public radio, and the radio station you support is
WNYC. Yeah,
and, okay, so where did you grow up?
New Jersey.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how did this beautiful journey start for you? At a young age, what were you drawn to?
I grew up in a household with loved music. My mom was really, really into Motown and soul, and also a big theater household, big theater music, Sondheim and Cole Porter, and just very eclectic listening. I was actually a theater kid growing up, and then when I was 17 or 18, I had a crush on a girl, and I wrote her a song, and that was how I started songwriting. It was pretty simple, and I realized I could do it, and so I just kept doing it.
Wow.
Well, and so that latest song that or that last song that you just played for us, can folks find that? Is it out and about? Because I didn't have that one.
Yeah, it's called God Forbids. It's on an EP called American Anachronism, put out in 2021, I think. And it was a challenge to write an autobiography that was less than 3 minutes long. So kind of compacted some really very real things about my life into a very small package.
So yeah, we did get to know him a little bit better through that song. So thank you for sharing that. And again, it's the WCBE Spring Fun Drive, the first day, 614-365-5711 to get your tickets for the show tonight. You don't have to make a donation, but hopefully you can do a little bit today. Greg, we've got all sorts of great gifts and items and thank yous. We've been thanking people all morning, all afternoon.
Certainly do. We have had some decent activity today, but we have a long way to go to realize our goals for this Spring Fun Drive. So you can do your part right now at 614-365-5711 or WCBE.org or the app. Be one of those that we're looking for during Shayfer's session today. How about 5 donations during Shayfer's session today before he gets out of here after his third song? We would deem this a success if you're one of those 5 people right now at 614-365-5711, WCBE.org, or via the app.
And you appreciate the little mini concerts and conversations that we have here over in Studio A. And Shayfer has released 4 LPs, 5 EPs, along with multiple singles, and one that you've been hearing on WCBE as of late with Calvary. I think that's the latest single that you've put out there, and I think there's a great story behind this.
Yeah, it was originally part of one of my first albums. It was tracked during those sessions, and I was a bit more impatient and grumpy back then. and I scrapped it because I just didn't think it was good enough. It was there. And years later, working with the same producer from that album, we just opened up the drives to find some cool sounds, if there were any, B-sides that we had done or cool takes that we had missed. And there were the sessions for this song, Cavalry, and we put it on. I was like, why didn't I like this? So we decided to release it as it's my most popular album, and that album is sort of what started getting me the attention that has given me the opportunity to tour the world over the last year and a half. So super grateful for that, and wanted to kind of give fans a missing piece of that.
That's so cool. Yeah, I love the song. And why are you going to play that today?
I'm going to do my best.
All right, let's hear it. It is Shayfer James, live from Studio A, and the number to call to get your tickets and hopefully make a donation, 614-365-5711. We'll talk more after the song.
You got it.
Here come the cavalry. They rode 1,000,000 miles to make a man of me. They figure out if I am God or chemistry. Which will it be, love? Then in walks the matriarch. That cigarette is sexy in the dark. The demon dogs around her howl and bark. And then she turns and says to me, oh, 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 it's a big bad world, so you better find something to believe in. Oh, people gonna run, people gonna hide, people gonna leave ya. Oh, oh, yeah. Enter the concubine. She's got a dozen dirty ways to be divine. She make the mischief and the molecules align. Static and wine, love. Then in walks the diplomat. He's got a belly full of grease and grizzle fat, a wicked rabbit underneath his hat. And then he turns and says to me, whoa, whoa, it's a big bad world, so you better find something to believe in. Whoa, people gonna run, people gonna hide, people gonna leave you. Whoa, it's a big bad world, so you better find something to believe in. Whoa, people gonna run, people gonna hide, people gonna leave ya. Whoa, so draw and quarter me. I think I'd rather be that kind of martyr than barter a better part of me. 'Cause I'm quick with the wit, and I shoot from the hip, keep them entertained, ready, fire, aim. Listen, it's a big bad world, so you better find something to believe in. Oh, people gonna run, people gonna hide, people gonna leave ya. Oh, it's a big bad world, so you better find something to believe in. Oh, yeah, the people gonna run, people gonna hide, people gonna need ya. Oh, yeah.
Calvary. It is Shayfer James joining us live from Studio A. The number to call for tickets during our spring fund drive is 614-365-5711, and hope you can make a donation to support this live from Studio A session today, and the ones in the future, and the ones in the past, and and just WCBE in general. 614-365-5711.
I have a question for Shayfer. May I?
Of course.
Shayfer, I'm assuming you're a full-time professional musician. Was there a time when you started out as a musician that you held a day job? And if so, what was that? And when did you come to realize that you could do away with that job and become full-time?
That's a great question, because it was more recent than you'd think.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I've been writing music for a really long time, and it was only around 2019 that I saw a sudden shift in my listenership and streaming numbers. And only around 2020 that I discovered that I had a really amazing international fan base. I really didn't know that, because they were sort of under the radar on Reddit and places that I really wasn't looking. So it was just coming up on 2.5 years ago that I was able to walk away from everything else. And I had done a lot of different things.
Yeah.
Everything from teaching voice to working at a record label to working in tech to serving tables, bartending. Did a few summers as like a light contracting, handyman stuff. So I've kind of done it all.
Jack of all trades.
Yeah,
I
master of none of them.
I think you made the right decision.
Thank you. I feel good. I appreciate that.
And you started learning piano at an early age. Did you take lessons, or did you just?
I took a few lessons when I was 9 or 10, somewhere in there, but lost interest in it kind of really quickly. And I really didn't learn until I sat down and wrote, and then I started learning how to play piano better, because there was things that were happening naturally for me, but then I didn't really understand what I was doing. So through the course of the next 10 years, I took theory classes and worked with incredible musicians who challenged me. Everyone I play, right now I'm on tour with Jeremy Gillespie on bass and Brian Prokop on drums, and they're like light years better musicians than me, right? So they challenged me to be a better player, and that's like how I learn, I think.
Oh, so cool.
Yeah.
And was there a piano guy or girl or someone that you would play along with or be in awe of when you were younger? Or records you would listen to kind of draw out that sound?
That's a great question.
We're good at this, Greg.
Yeah, these are great questions. Growing up, we listened to a ton of stuff like Sam Cooke and Diana Ross and the Temptations. My mom was just a huge fan, and the Beatles. I don't know that there was one piano player that I was like, that's it. I gravitated toward the piano because it was in the house and it would often be played. My sister was taking lessons, and so I don't know, maybe if it hadn't been there and there had been a guitar there, maybe it would have been different. when I was very young, I had an injury in my right hand, and I had some muscle damage, and my mom actually trained the fingers back to working with the piano. So I feel like I had this emotional connection with it, and that's why I picked it up.
It is Shayfer James joining us live from Studio A. We're so happy to have him here today, and tonight's a full band at the basement with Endless Mike and Beagle Club. And we have those tickets to give away at 614-821-9223. And you're still into theater work and film scores. Tell us a little bit about the Ninth Hour.
Yeah, Ninth Hour is a rock noir operetta based on Beowulf. So it's sort of exploring good and evil as two sides of the same coin, and through this monster Grendel. If you know the story, we're bored to tears by it. The monster Grendel and the hero Beowulf, and just telling that story out through the course of about an hour and 20 minutes. My co-writer, Kate Douglas, is an amazing playwright and musician herself. So, we've been doing it in concert lately, just the two of us. We've done one production at the Met Live Arts in New York City.
Sweet.
And got some really cool things in development now. So.
And the scores, you've done a lot of scores for some projects?
I'm about to start my fifth feature film. Most of the work is with this director, Mickey Keating, who does sort of indie horror, and very kind of hops genres a lot. My favorite one to work on was this movie called Off Season. I suggest everybody check out Mickey Keating's work. He's a really pretty visionary filmmaker. He started out with a song. His favorite film of mine is Darling, which is his first. It's like sort of this really amazing black and white, cool, spooky indie horror. And more recently, Off Season might have taken that trophy. But, yeah.
Well, what's next after Cavalry? What's in the works of releasing?
Yeah, I've got an album that I went away to Canada, to New Brunswick in the cold of January, and wrote an album while I was up there. So we've already started work on tracking that. So when we get back from this quick little tour, Jeremy and Brian will start tracking drums and bass for that. And I start putting out songs for that in June or July, and then up until January of 2025, and then the album will come out February or March. Cool. And a whole lot of touring between now and then, too.
Nice. Well, we just love your sound, and we
you.
love that you took the time to do this for us today. And we love our listeners that are supporting the station and this session right now at 614-365-5711 to get your tickets for tonight's show. No donation is required. However, as we said, it would be nice if you could help us out a little bit today. And don't forget, we're still getting used to our new YouTube Live and Facebook Live video, so that's happening right now too, if you want to switch on over.
Go check that out, because I think Shayfer is the most photogenic artist we've ever had here in Studio A. So you'll see what I mean.
That is a wonderful compliment. One of my love languages is words of affirmation, so I appreciate that very much.
Well, we appreciate you and what you do.
You bet.
Thanks for taking the time.
Absolutely.
And what are you going to take us out with?
I think I'll do Blood Moon Love, which is the second to most recent song. I put it out last October.
All right. Shayfer James, live from Studio A tonight. Doors are at 6 o'clock at the basement.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks, Shayfer.
Yeah.
Baby, let's get married on Halloween. You could be my joker, I'll be your queen. If you've got a body to bury, I'll bring the shovel and the rope. We got that blood moon love. We got that blood moon love. We'll show 'em heaven below and give 'em hell up above. We got that blood moon love. Maybe you and me, we could take a ride. You could be my Bonnie, I'll be your Clyde. If you got an engine for heaven, I'll be the throttle and the choke. We got that blood moon love. We got that blood moon love. We'll show 'em heaven below and give 'em heaven below. We got that blood moon love. We got that blood moon love. We got that blood moon love. We'll show 'em heaven below and give 'em hell up above. We got that blood moon love. get married on Halloween. You could be my joker, I'll be your queen. If you've got a body to bury, I'll bring the shovel and the rope. We got that blood moon love. We got that blood moon love. We'll show 'em heaven below and give 'em hell up above. We got that blood moon love. Yeah, we got that blood moon love. We got that blood moon love. We'll show 'em heaven below and give 'em hell up above. We got that blood moon love. We got that blood moon love. We got that blood moon love. We'll show 'em heaven below and give 'em hell up above. We got that blood moon love.